So I took a trip to the Monroe train show up in Monroe, Michigan. My friend Bryce, his girlfriend, and his dad gave me a ride up there, so that's pretty nice of them. Anyways, I bought a lot of stuff actually. I've been saving money for a while for this show. I knew about it a while ago, so I pulled together quite a bit of money to get some nice stuff. So here's just the engines I got at the show. I have a lot of other stuff. I'll show that later in the video. My first engine is a Athearn ready to roll Santa Fe GP50. I bought that for $55. It has DCC in it, so I'll do a video running that. Actually, the beacon lights up and the beacon actually flashes too. So I didn't even know that when I bought it. So messing around with the DCC system, and I pressed a button and the beacon started flashing. And that's pretty neat because I like lighting functions and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool to find that out. The headlight's just a giant bulb in the cab, which I'll have to get replaced pretty soon here with micro bulbs. Second engine is a Florida Tri-Rail GP50. I know what you guys are probably thinking, why do I have a Florida Tri-Rail engine if I'm out of the Chicago area? Well, I got a Florida Tri-Rail cab car a while ago from a friend. We did a trade for it right here. Oh, let's get in the camera view. It's just kind of neat. It's one of those things that you just don't see modeled that often. And I don't plan on modeling Florida, but it's just a nice train just to have, to run at shows or stuff like that. And my club's layout, so that'd be kind of neat to do. So that's why I got that. I'm going to detail that up just like the real one. That's a Jeep 50 also. I don't know if I already said that, but the paint scheme is really nice. Love the colors on it. It doesn't have any 8-pin in it. It's just a giant bulb in the cab too. Gotta get that fixed. Shouldn't be that big of an issue, but I'll get that all detailed up, looking like the real one. Correct horn, air conditioners on the roof and everything. Alright, let's move this down here a little bit. Alright, we got 3 SW 1500s maybe. I actually don't know what kind of models are. I think there's something like that. Anyways, there's some sort of EMD switchers. First one is a Burlington Northern. These are all dummies, by the way. All 3 of those are dummies. It's Burlington Northern. Then you got 2 Rock Island ones, which are the same number. The Rock Island ones I bought for 2 of my friends for Christmas. So, you know, those. I don't really model Rock Island at all. So, I mean, that's a gift to one of my friends who models Rock Island. So, check him out on YouTube. His name's Seaboard1321. And the other one's going to go to my friend Josh, Model Railroader 4157. Just kind of a gift, I guess. I don't know. And then the BN one, I'll just detail that up. And I like dummies just because it makes you look like you have a bigger lash up and stuff without having all the need for actual power when one engine powered can handle it. So, yeah, I only paid about $25 for all 3 of these. Not bad. The Tri-Rail one I paid, Tri-Rail guy I paid about $67 for. It's a little more than I wanted to spend on it, but I mean, they're really hard to find, so I wasn't complaining at all. So, alright, I'll do a video of these running, and then I'll show you guys the other non-locomotive stuff I got at the show. Here is the Santa Fe GP50. Like I said, $55 for DCC. That's a really good price. So, I reset the decoder function. It was the decoder address. It was originally the locomotive number. I just set it to 3. I'll turn on the headlight, which is just a giant bulb in the cab. Not really realistic. Because how many trains do you really see going on the tracks with a giant lit up cab? Like the cab's just lit up and no. But, oh well, it's one of those things I can work on. The only other function is number 3, which controls the beacon. That's really neat. I was going to add the working beacon to it because I didn't think I had it, and it saves me a lot of trouble because that'd be a lot of work to do, but yeah, it has a nice flash pattern on it. This is not a rotary beacon. In real life, this would actually be called a prime beacon, which is basically 4 bulbs which would flash to resemble a rotating beacon. These are really popular with railroads in the 80s and 90s, and they don't really use them much anymore, except for Chicago's Metro, which they don't always have them on either, but some industrial railroads have them too. But that's just kind of neat. It runs pretty smooth. The beacon comes off when it goes in reverse for some reason, but in forward it stays on. But yeah, that's my new Santa Fe Jeep 50. I really am impressed. Oh, it's weathered too, obviously. Can't believe I forgot to mention that. If you can't tell, really realistically weathered. So, you know, weathered engine with DCC, wow, you just can't beat that price. The box even said $69 on it, just DC. So the guy was really nice, giving me a deal on that. I thank him for that a lot, because it's a really neat engine. Alright, now we're going to move on to my Florida Tri-Rail engine. Here is my Florida Tri-Rail GP50. This is just DC, like I said. Runs really smooth and quiet. Good slow speed too. Pretty good engine all around. Back, real colorful engine. It's just something you don't see often. You got the Tri-Rail logo. So I'm gonna hook this up with my couple it up to my Tri-Rail car, and I'll do a run by of that. And I'll put some of the air conditioners on the roof, the BLM model air conditioners, which I'll actually get permanently glued on here, just like the prototype has. So let's do a run by of that with the Tri-Rail car. Here is a run by of the dummy engines. Obviously, since they're dummy engines, they don't have their own power, so they're being pushed by my Tri-Rail engine. The first BN engine is missing a stack, and I'll get one fabricated for that in the future. Alright, now I'm going to move on to the non-locomotive purchases I got from the train show, so stay tuned. Here is some of the non-locomotive things I purchased from the show. First off, on my left-hand side and work to the right, I got 23 switches, Atlas, code 100, nickel silver. This is a mixture. The front ones are number 6s right here. Those are number 4s or snap switches or whatever. They were $3 each, which, if you guys don't know, that is just an amazing price for switches, especially like nickel silver ones. So I bought 23 of them, and it only cost me about like $60. I got a real good deal on it. The guy was really nice, gave me a good deal on it. So I thought that was a pretty good find. They're slightly used. They look really good. So I also got railroad crossing, 20 of them, $2. These are the pre-warning signs. Pretty neat. Over there I got a sound decoder. That is for a Digitrex. That's a Digitrex decoder for a Kato F40PH. I already have the same type of decoder in my Amtrak engine. I like the sound so much about a second one, so I'm going to order the Kato Metra, one of their engines they made in the Metra scheme, and I'll drop that in there because I like the sounds a lot. In the back over there, above that, is detail parts. There's at least 20 something detail parts there. I only paid about $8 most for all those, and those are locomotive detail parts and stuff like that. So that's a pretty good price. I like detailing my locomotives. I got a bunch of cars right here. I got a Wicking. It's a German-made automobile. This is HO scale. It's a sedan. Pretty neat. This is really neat. This is a, what's the brand name? Kingsmart. These were actually toys. This is HO scale. It's 186, just a little bit off from HO, but it's basically HO scale. It's too close, you can't really tell the difference. These are pullback actually. Yeah, and they're super detailed. They even have lenses for the headlight and turn signals. These are all clear. The light bar is interior and everything. These were considered toys, so by a company, but a lot of modelers have found use for them on their layouts, and they're kind of hard to find because they haven't made these in a while. So I decided to pick one of these up. I got a Matchbox panel van. I like the detailing on this. Can be used on the layout. A little bit bigger than HO, but it works. I got a prison bus. This is a little small, but it's neat. I like the bars on the window. That's only like 50 cents, so why not? And then over here, I got Werther's Railroad Crossing cantilever signals. I got 4 of them. In the pack behind there's 2 more. They cost $35 for a pair, so that's pretty good considering they run for about that each. So I paid $70 for all these together, all 4 of them. But I'm gonna get a detection circuit and get these things running. These are really neat. There's one right by my house that looks just like this. So you know, these would be really neat. They have LEDs front and rear, and I'll have to get a detection circuit and a flasher circuit and get them all wired up because that'd be really neat. Alright, well thanks for watching, guys. This just goes to show if you look around you can find good deals. Just don't always buy the first thing you see. I did a lot of walking around at the show before I made any purchases, and every once in a while I find a good deal. There'll be a lot of guys who, I hate to say it, but there's guys who will try to rip you off. I didn't come across any at this show, luckily. So, but I know they're out there. Just look for good deals, guys. They will come. Especially stuff like the switches. Anytime you can get a switch for under like $10, go for it. Because switches are getting expensive. A lot of the stuff in mono rotary is going up in price. Just always look around. Used stuff's not always a bad idea. I like to buy a lot of my stuff used just because it's cheaper and it's usually nothing wrong with it. So, alright, thank you for watching, guys.